Well, in some other news here, Amazon warehouse workers say their company hasn't stepped up to the plate when it comes to treating frontline workers during the coronavirus crisis. Cheddar has spoken to several employees that said conditions at Amazon fulfillment centers are not sanitary. They're also upset that the company is discontinuing unpaid time off. And we want to bring in Cheddar's senior reporter, Michelle Castillo, who is standing outside of an Amazon fulfillment center in Woodside, Queens. Michelle, always good to see you. New York State's Attorney General's office saying in a letter that Amazon warehouse safety standards are inadequate and the company may have broken whistleblower laws. Explain what they're alleging.
So, in a letter obtained by NPR yesterday, it seems that the Attorney General's Office of New York had written Amazon a letter saying that they are hearing reports of unsafe practices at warehouses, including sanitary conditions, social distancing rules, and other violations that would put workers' lives at risk. In addition, the New York State Attorney General's office is investigating these things, as well as the firing of Chris Smalls, an employee out of the Staten Island office who was vocal about starting a protest to shut down temporarily the Staten Island fulfillment center due to a positive coronavirus test among employees. He was later fired from his job, and he claimed it was in retaliation for starting the protest. However, Amazon claims that he was fired because he put employees' lives at risk because he did not social distance. So there's been contention on whether or not he was fired for just cause, or if Amazon was retaliating against a whistleblower. There's other cases of this that have been observed across the country. In Minnesota, there was another employee who just was reinstated at her job. She was allegedly fired because she's a mother of two and was trying to do unpaid time off. Now, Amazon wouldn't confirm to Vice that she was fired in the first place, but they did confirm that she was still employed. However, that worker did provide documents to Vice showing that she was appealing her termination. So there's a lot of questions around the practices of the company at this time.
Well, fortunately, you were able to speak to workers, some of the current workers. Any other concerns you can lay out for us?
Well, one of the biggest concerns that I'm hearing from these workers that I was able to speak to, and these are two workers who were in the New Jersey fulfillment centers, is the idea that they want more unpaid time off during the coronavirus crisis. What they are asking for is the ability to take a pause from their jobs as the city remains closed, as schools remain closed because they have childcare issues, and also the fact that they don't want to be in a crowded space, especially if they have family members that are immunosuppressed or have other pre-existing conditions. They're not asking for pay at this time, but they would just like the ability to take time off without any repercussions. Now, Amazon has said they were allowing this policy through April 30th, but it seems now that Amazon is requiring that employers either use personal time or other time allocated for infractions that they get some time off, that they can be late to work a little bit without fearing warnings or repercussions. But it seems that Amazon is kind of backing off on the idea of this unlimited paid time off during the coronavirus. In addition, one of the workers that I was talking to, who's currently working at a warehouse facility and not on unpaid time off, said she doesn't really see these cleaning supplies that Amazon has promised. They're usually locked away. She gets one mask a day, and she said that's kind of unsanitary when you're talking about people leaving for break and then they're still using the same mask. She said that the hand sanitizer is very rare to be seen around the warehouse. Plus, she's also concerned about the idea that there's so many more workers being hired at these facilities and more aisles being added every day. So she said it's getting pretty crowded and it's hard to maintain that 6 feet of distance.
And Amazon announcing late last week that it would extend these special COVID benefits. Michelle, I know you were outlining some of them there, but how are they compensating and helping out the fulfillment center employees?
So Amazon is committed to giving employees an additional $2 per hour. So Amazon employees start at about $15 per hour, and they get raises every 6 months. They're there, but this will be an additional $2 per hour on top of whatever their traditional hourly wages are. They're also getting double overtime pay, which is great at this time, especially because a lot of people are ordering Amazon products. The issue there a lot of people are contending about is the idea of this unpaid time off. Right now, Amazon has said that they are going to extend some people unpaid time off if they have COVID-19, what they're calling COVID-19 circumstances, whether that means a positive test. They did say they would do it for some people who have childcare issues due to school closures. But employees are questioning that because there's a lot of, it's not really spelled out, and there's a lot of gray area. For example, what if you have a child that is in daycare but not in school yet? Do you qualify for that policy? There's a lot of questions to be remained, but at the very least, the pay will be increased through May 16th.
Okay, Cheddar's Michelle Castillo live for us in Woodside, Queens. Michelle, it's good to see you.